Afternoon, this character on the corner here. I got my #1 helper, Dino, here with me today. We're going to make a video on Super A, where we're at on the H, where we're at on the 350, and where we're at on the Metro van. Anyway, start off with this little Super A. I redid some of my wiring on here. This solenoid here is a Ford solenoid. And when I press that starter button, what it does is one post gets some juice to it, and that'll put direct 12 volts to the coil only when it's starting. As soon as it starts, it releases there and it runs through the resistor and won't burn your points. But I got the start button wired up. I've changed the starter on it. See, I've got one just post there with a lever like A does. I took the lever off. That's the original lever. And this hydraulic on this deal's got this extra outlet on it right here. That's if you wanted to run a hydraulic remote. That fitting them lines and stuff come off of a 200. I put them on there. Okay, around this side. I've changed this tire and rim. The tire on there was going down. It had calcium in it, and it rusted the rim, and it was leaking. I was having to air it up. So I changed this tire. I've not yet put the wheel weight on here yet. This rim is actually off of a walking irrigation system, this rim and tire. I put my shields on right here so some chicken or somebody's toe or something don't get in them. I attended an auction yesterday. There was a little 100 there. I guess it's good enough little tractor. It was sitting in the barn, hadn't run in years. Nobody really knew a lot about it. The motor wasn't locked up. Had a set of cultivators on it, but they sold these separate. And the guy who bought the tractor bid against me on these, which I don't blame him. I had to give $55 for that pair of spring tooth cultivators. I'm going to try and gang up a whole set of attachments for this little Super A. You know, the cultivators and all the little, as much as I can get anyway. Now we're going over here to this H and this 350. Nice and sunshiny over here on this side of the building. Here's the cylinder head flat engine. There's the valves. I've done cleaned these valves up with a wire brush on an electric motor in there that I got. And I messed up and went to drive this one out, and the end of it was peened over. I've ground it down now. You can see right there on the end. But I broke the valve guide. Cracked the valve guide. So I went and dug around, and I had another old cylinder head that had good valve guides in it, and I drove a guide out. Right here's the guide.
You have to hold your hand still.
Anyway, it goes in that hole right there.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to have to drive that back in there. But what I'll do is I'll set that in the freezer overnight, let it get real good and cold, and set this cylinder head out in the sun before I try to drive them back together. But I'm hoping to have the head all done and ready by the time my gaskets get here. I've got them ordered. They ain't showed up yet.
No, they sure haven't.
Okay, we was talking about some of these studs being too high.
Yep, I remember.
I've done pulled one out. Here it is. And I found me a nut that fit on there. Then I went and got a drill bit that fit just inside that nut. So these run into the water jacket, but if there was a blind hole, I'd put that drill bit down there and turn around and get any crud out and blow it out. And I've tapped that hole with this tap. And what I'll do, I'll put a vice grip on it and finish tapping it.
What, darling?
I hadn't been all the way down on it.
I will. When I tell you, you can, okay? Look at Papa's doing his thing. He's tapping it. See, he's tapping it.
We're cleaning them threads up.
Yeah, getting all the threads pretty. Yeah, Papa's doing it. See?
Hey, what I'll do is put some thin oil on there.
Mm-hmm.
I've got that double nutted over.
You're hot? I know it's hot. You want to check and see if the tadpoles are still over there for Grandma? Oh, some tea? Okay. Oh, you're going to have to hold them. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Oh, if I got a pocket, we'll put it.
Okay, well now you can see that study was sitting up too high. There's no thread showing above the block. See, there's thread showing above the block right there. Thread sticking up. That net was way too high. Look how much thread. There's almost ½ inch of threads. And what I do is I double nut them a lot of times to take them on and off. Just take two. Yep, I go the right direction.
Still wrong?
Well, you gotta be. There it goes.
Super stout?
Well, I had them tight to get it out. Once you get them looser, I have to clean them threads up.
Uh-oh, that went right down the hole.
Yeah, I see it down that water jacket there. Went right down in the block.
Oh, well, that's just be one of them
Okay, what you can
clumps
use
in your engine.
these deals right here. Stud pullers got eccentric on them. I got two different ones. You can use them to get them out, but I'd rather not because they tend to leave places like that on the boat. See right there? That little.
Find your hand. There you go. Okay.
See right in there.
Yeah, I see it.
Anyway, tend to leave that. Okay,
See marks.
I've got this one ready to get out. It might take a little bit of
grunting.
Tighten that up. What good you?
Makes you drain the driver.
That's right.
And try to get on the bottom one. It's coming out pretty easy.
Yeah, that's not a grunter.
But it was sticking up above.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the same thing on that. I'll run that tap down there. That's an open bolt hole. I'll run that tap down in there. Be sure run it all the way down almost into the water jacket. Be sure threads is clean. See, it got hard right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably some rust or something down in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it went finger easy till it got right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm not going to clean the top of that block and them pistons and all that up till the day my gaskets come, because as soon as I clean that up, I'm going to put my head gasket on her, put my head on her and tighten her down.
Mm-hmm.
You clean stuff up like this up, you get that metal surface cleaned, it tends to surface rust. And I'd rather not clean it up till right before I go to put her all back together. So that's where we're at on that. I ordered a complete gasket set. I'm going to use the head and the intake gaskets and the valve cover gaskets on this 350. And then on that H over there, I'm going to use the governor gasket and the distributor drive gasket and the oil pump gasket and the oil pan gasket on the H.
Yep.
But that's the plan for that. Okay. Over here.
It's probably your darling.
This is the oil pan and the screen for the Metro.
Mm-hmm.
This is the oil pan and the screen for the H. Of course, they're both international. They look pretty close to the same one another.
Yeah, they do.
But I did some cleaning up on them. I'm going to put them back together. I'm going to use silicone on this. I'm going to use that new pan gasket on that for that H.
Yep.
I've been fixing tars. I got 2 tars Mounted on rims, a little silver paint globs on them that I'm going to put on the front of that 350.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put that 350 single wheel on the front of the H.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much where we're at right there. That's pretty much where we're at. I've been doing some tire fixing and stuff, but as far as that is, but me and Dino even globbed the paint on the oil pan.
Oh boy, that is a glob.
Looks like a Grandpa and a Dino paint job.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, so that's where we're at today, and hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye and good luck to you. Y'all have a good one.
Your turn, Dino.
Hi
Say, thank you, and please like and subscribe.
guys. And please like and subscribe.
Bye.